Hello everybody, TK here, and welcome to my unboxing interview of the SH Figuarts Power from Chainsaw Man. I am really excited about this. I recently decided that I really wanted to get a power to go with my Denji on the shelf after watching a bunch of videos from people like Whole Wheat Pete and King Chris, just like how they use power and Denji together and have like such a fun time. I just really wanted to get a power that I could like pose with Denji and just have them goofing off on my shelf. So I actually asked you guys whether I should get the Figma or the SHF, and you guys overwhelmingly told me the SHF, and what really pushed me over the edge was when I started getting comments from people that were actually saying that they had both of them and they preferred the SHF. Because I'll be honest, I was leaning towards getting the Figma when I decided that I wanted one, because I thought the Figma one looked a little bit more like a import level. One thing about the SHF that I kind of didn't like at all when before I got it was how it kind of looks like it's going for like a completely different aesthetic from the anime. Like this picture right here, yeah, that looks like power from the Chainsaw Man anime. But you look at this and it doesn't really look like that picture. Like look how that face looks. Her eyes look smaller. Her facial just looks a lot more anime-ish. This one, I don't know. There's just something about that face that I just don't think kind of nails it. And I do think that's a thing with all of the Chainsaw Man figures. Not necessarily a bad thing, but just something that I've noticed about them that did make me kind of lean towards getting the Figmas over the SHFs. But you guys told me the SHF was the way to go. I did watch a bunch of reviews, and I did conclude, I did have pros and cons for both of them, but I did conclude that there were a few more pros with the SHF. She is the cheaper one as well, so if I'm not happy with her, I can always just go get the Figma afterwards. It's not really a big deal, but I am excited. I'm very excited. She does look like a ton of fun. Her posability does look significantly better than the Figmas, but I don't know. We'll save all that for the video, for the review, but I'm super duper excited about this, so let's jump into it and take a look at the packaging here. And of course, like I said earlier, got a nice picture of power right there from Chainsaw Man, SH Figuarts, Bandai, Tamashii Nations, got the Bandai seal of approval right there, Bandai, Tamashii Nations, there is the figure in the packaging right there, power! You got some pink blood right there. What is this, Danganronpa figure? Dude, you guys should make Danganronpa figures, that'd be awesome. And then on the back here, we've got a bunch of product shots of her right there, jumping out with the big ass hammer, little hammer, got the two little knives she used against Kishibe, she got Meowie in her hand right there, super cool, all of the expressions right there, looking absolutely amazing. I'm super duper excited about this. Before I open this up, I do want to say I do kind of feel a little bit sick today, so don't take it out on me if this review doesn't come out absolutely perfectly, but I'm gonna try my best, and I'm super duper excited about this. So let's open her up. Also, I do want to say before we get into this that I have the Figma Denji. I do not have either of the SHF Denjis. I only have the Figma one. So for comparisons with everything, it will all be with the Figma Denji. Just wanted to let you know. And here we have power out of the package, and right off the bat, I will say that she is a little bit small, but that is something that I was kind of expecting with her. She did look very small when I was watching reviews from people, and let's just go ahead and get it out of the way right now. How does she look with the Figma Denji? This looks pretty good, I think. I think maybe she might be a little bit smaller than she should be, but I think that this works. Of course, there is, of course, matching figures for both of these. I'm mixing and matching two lines here, so these might be a little bit out of scale, so it's not the figure's fault on either side here. It's just the scale that they were made at. So if you want them to be in perfect scale, you're probably going to want to stick with one line over the other, although, honestly, there's not really much of a reason to go the way of the Figma, because you're only getting, I think there's only 3 Chainsaw Man Figmas, and then Figma is pretty much done. So, yeah, probably want to go with the SHFs. And I will say I did actually think Makima looked really good, and I did end up pre-ordering Makima. So, yeah, I am looking forward to getting some more figures here. But yeah, overall, out of the package, she looks really good. I will say that the face looks a lot better in person than it did in the box. It still doesn't look anything like the picture on the box. It still definitely does not, I think, capture the anime look of power, but it does definitely look like power. They did do the eyes pretty darn good there. There's her horns right there looking great. The skin shade, I think, is a little bit yellowier than I would like it to be, but not a huge deal. And it is kind of plasticky looking. That is a problem on a lot of SH Figuarts figures, but it's not absolutely horrible. I've definitely seen worse examples of that on SH Figuarts figures. She has a very dirty white for the shirt right there. I don't know if that's accurate. I think it was about, well, I mean, it's very dirty on Denji here as well, so it probably is accurate, but it does look really good. Nice tie right there. And then, of course, she has her jacket, and of course, the way that Power wears her jacket is definitely going to be a chore for action figure companies to make because of how she wears it, where she has this one down over her shoulder right here, and then this one over here just like regular. So it's definitely weird, but I think what they ended up doing here was pretty cool because they actually connected this piece right here to the arm, so that just moves along with the arm, although it does kind of rotate on its own as well, so you might be able to also get it in like different poses as well. And then this one is connected to a ball joint right here on the hood, and it actually swivels back and forth right there, so you can move it out of the way and stuff, which is pretty darn cool. So the way they handled this is pretty good. And on the note of plastic quality, I will say I saw in Animated Heroes reviews, he said that he thought the plastic quality was a little bit subpar for SHFs, but honestly, I don't see it. I actually think she feels pretty darn good. Like, let me grab a few other SHFs to compare. So here are some more SHF leading ladies. There's Nobara and Sakura right there, and she feels the same plastic quality as these, maybe a little bit lesser than Sakura's, because Sakura's plastic quality, for some reason, they made her with, like, outstanding plastic, but she feels pretty much up to par. I'm not really sure why he thought that in his copy. I mean, maybe he did, but yeah, for me, it feels absolutely fine, and that was one thing that was kind of putting me off of getting the SHF over the Figma, because with Figma, I know what the plastic quality is going to be. With the SHF, after hearing that, I was like, ooh, maybe I don't want to go with that, because plastic quality is a big deal for me, but she feels fine to me. Anyway, getting back into it, of course, you got some nice wrinkle work right here for the pants right there, looking really great. And then, of course, her shoes. She does kind of have similar shoes to Denji, which I love Denji's shoes, so of course I love her shoes as well. Actually, they are a little bit different. They're not exactly the same, but yeah, they do look really, really cool. And yeah, she looks terrific, man. There's her hair right there. She does, of course, have like the pink shading right there, like the blonde and the pink shading right there, looking amazing. Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm really, really digging it. It's really, really cool. And for the price, yeah, I think she's might be the way to go here, but we'll save that for the end of the video. One thing I will say is it seems like this arm can't go down as much as this one. You can see this one can pretty much lay perfectly flat along her body here. This one, it seems like you can't get it against like the same way. It seems like this one is wanting to go like out a little bit more than you actually want it to. But I mean, you can kind of just rotate it and make it look perfectly fine. So not a big deal. And another thing I also wanted to say as well was I think one leg might be a little bit longer than the others on mine, which drives me crazy. I hate that so much. But on an SHF, it's not that bad because yes, you can see that she's kind of like leaning over here. But on an SHF, it's really not that bad because they have all these extra joints right there. It makes it pretty darn easy to kind of correct it. See, it's not that bad on SHFs. Still infuriating though. Just stop it. Now for articulation, this is something that I really definitely expected the SHF to win over the Figma. So with the head, of course, it does have a hinge right here at the hair, which you can bring up, and that allows you to get a good amount of up right there. Not actually that much up. Definitely not that much up, but the down is definitely really, really nice. A lot better than the up right there, so that's nice. Some good tilt right there, not too bad. Her head is very, very tiny. It's kind of like a little pea on her shoulders right there. It's very, very tiny, and it is tinier than Denji's head quite a bit as well. So, yeah, but yeah, the head's got some decent movement. Could be better, probably. I don't think there's a ball joint at the neck. No, there is a ball joint at the neck for sure. There definitely is some movement at the base of the neck right there. So, yeah, pretty good. As I said earlier, this piece is connected to the arm, so that goes up like that. Pretty much full movement in the arm, and let's check the other one just in case. Yep, full movement in the arm right there. And then for the shoulders, they look pretty darn good. You can get a full double jointed bend right here. You actually can't get a full, but definitely really good. And I mean, it's better than Sakura. I'm never gonna live that one down, man. Same on this one right here. It might even be a little bit better on this side, but yeah, really, really nice. The hands right here, I think it's gonna be your ball joints right there. So you got ball joints, so rotation, swivel right there, and you can rotate the hinge around. Pretty much get everything you want. It's the same joint that they use on every single SHF ever. For the ball joint at the torso right there, you actually get a ton of movement. That's gonna be really helpful for power poses right there. Who power poses, get it? No pun intended, but it totally worked out. Love the ball joint right there, actually, though. Tons and tons of movement. You're going to be able to get some sick-ass poses with her. And then the legs right here, got a nice cutout right here, so you can get all the way up. Wow, she actually gets a ton of kick. Look at that. Is that just me, or is that a lot more kick than most SHFs get? That's really, really impressive. And then for the legs right here, you get a nice double-jointed bend right here. Now, these pieces of the jacket right here are soft, but this one right here is actually totally sculpted. That is not malleable at all. But you can kick her own ass right there. The Foosh would be so happy. And then you do have a beautiful ankle pivot right here at the foot right there. Really, really good. Not quite as amazing as those Naruto SH Figuarts, but still very, very awesome. And then a nice toe joint right there as well. And then for the up and down, got a good amount of up, good amount of down. Yeah, posability is fantastic on this. Might be a little better than the Figma Denji. Yeah, I'm loving this. I knew I could count on you guys. Now for comparison, let's bring back in the leading ladies right there just so you can see how they all scale. And man, they look freaking fantastic together. And I can't wait to get the amazing Yamaguchi Uraraka in here as well. Oh, it's such an amazing time to be an anime action figure collector, man. This is just so awesome having all of these leading ladies, all of these queens from all of these different series. It's awesome. It is freaking awesome. Pinch me because I think I'm dreaming and I'm so happy. This is so cool. And you know what, for Figma comparisons, I haven't showed these two for a while. Here she is with the Figma Amelia and the Figma, I almost said Rizio, Figma Aqua right there. Just so you can see how it looks with some Figma figures right there. And again, I haven't shown these figures in a while, and they're definite bangers. So yeah, very, very cool right there. And let's show her once again with the Figma Denji right here as well. I'm definitely excited to pose them around and do lots of fun stuff right there. And again, like the more I look at this, the more I think that this scale is actually like really, really good. I think they look really awesome together. Here she also is with the super action statue Jolene Kujo, another queen right there. So you can see, and they scale absolutely perfectly. The super action statues are definitely a little bit scaled down. So yeah, they look absolutely fantastic together. You'd probably be able to make some really cool shots with these two. And for one more, here she is with my previous review, the SH Figuarts Berserker Armor Guts, which is such a cool figure. And if you haven't checked out my review of it, maybe do so, because I think it was okay. Look at that, man. That thing has such a presence, man. That thing is crazy looking. Alrighty, it is accessory time. I am so excited. And let's start off with the faces. So in the packaging, of course, you got a nice smirking smile right there with some teeth. Looks absolutely fantastic, and it's a nice power face right there, facial expression. But of course, to change the faces, all you gotta do is just pop off the fringe right there. Pretty darn good. Got a couple of pegs right there, and then just pop off the face right here. Just wiggle it off. There we go. Stuff of nightmares, but you know what we're doing. And for the alternate faces, you get a very nice screaming power face right here. You stand in the presence of power. Very, very awesome. I love this one. I'm definitely probably going to use this one quite a bit on my displays. That is just such a power face right there. And then you've also got a very kind of like nervous looking face right there. If you get the Katana Man, you could probably have some fun with this face right here. Or even the Makima when it comes out, probably be able to have some fun right there. And then you have this nervous face. Same thing if you got the Katana Man or the upcoming Makima, you'll probably be able to have a lot of fun with this one right here. And last but not least, you got an open, happy smile right there. Once again, this also looks really, really, really great. I actually love this one. Let's go ahead and pop this one on right there just to see how it looks. And yeah, very, very tightly on there. And then just pop the fringe back on and beautiful, beautiful. I can tell you, man, if this figure looks like rough on camera, like if you watch reviews or even this review and you think this figure looks kind of unrefined, it's just the look, because in person, it's very, very well refined. It's very nice. I do stand by my previous notion, though, that her faces are not like super anime accurate, and they definitely do not match how they look on the box right here. Even the ones on the back here, like these look way more anime accurate on the box than they do in person. Just wanted to point that out once again, but I still think they're very, very, very nice. On to hands. In the packaging, of course, you've got regular fists. And we've got a kind of weird pair of splayed out hands right here where she's got like two fingers locked in there, like she's doing the reverse like live long and prosper thing. You can't even see it right there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but they look pretty darn cool. Got a nice pair of relaxed hands right there. Always appreciated. I love, love, love my relaxed hands. So great. Got some kind of aggressive, grabbing hands right here. I don't know why they always include these with action figures, but whatever. I'll take them. They're kind of cool. I rarely ever use them, but whatever. They keep including them. Got a pair of peace sign hands right here. These are awesome. You're going to be able to have a lot of fun with these. And even if you combine them with the Denjis as well, yeah, you're going to have a lot of fun with these. And then you've got two weapon holding hands, and she comes with an absolute arsenal. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these on her, and we'll go ahead and do that together just so you can see how to change the hands. But I mean, it's the exact same as every other SHF ever, pretty much. If it gives you too much trouble, you might want to consider carving out the peg holes right there, the ball joint pegs right there, just to make sure they don't break. But these definitely do not feel like they're gonna have any problem whatsoever. I've just had a few of the SH Figuarts Naruto figures have that issue, so I just want to point it out when they use the ball joints. But I really wish they would just go to pegs. Pegs are just so much better. But now let's get into her absolute arsenal of blood weapons. And yeah, this figure is awesome. You guys totally made the right choice. I highly doubt the Figma is better than this. Anyway, getting into her weapons right here, you've got two blood knives right here, looking absolutely awesome. These are the ones I believe she uses when she fights Kishibe with Denji. Very cool that you get these. And then you get a small hammer right here, a little mallet. Very cool. Love this. And then you get the big hammer. And in a lot of people's reviews, they said this thing felt really light and cheap. I disagree. It feels pretty darn good. I mean, it does feel a little bit hollow, but you want it to be light so she can hold it over her head. You want to be able to pose her like coming down on it like this, just like she has it on the box right there. So yeah, you want it to be a little bit light. So they did that on purpose. It does have this big seam line going through the middle right here. That's not great, but still really cool. I will say the Figma's is probably a little bit more impressive because it's absolutely gigantic. So that one probably wins in the big hammer department. But honestly, I still think there's kind of a time and a place for this size right here. I think this one will be a lot more easier to pose with. Just the Figma one, it definitely has the the coolness factor as a win. I will also say that the Figma, if you pre-ordered it, you actually got the scythe as well. Would be really cool if you could get the scythe without having to pre-order it, or if this figure had came with the scythe as well, because yeah, that would have been super sick. But yeah, the arsenal of blood weapons that you get here is pretty awesome. Like, she comes with more weapons than most action figures, so very cool. And of course, just to give her these, obviously you just got to give her those hands right there, and you just plop them in. Not rocket science. Give her the hammer right there. You can of course give her the knives. You can give her to her up. You can give it to her the other way right here, put it in her hand like that, and they bro in super duper easily. And then of course for the hammer, just got to get her hands ready and then just slide it through right there. Slide it through one. Ooh, it's a little bit tighter than I was expecting, but not too bad. You do want it to be tight, of course. And there you go. There you have her with the hammer here. So yeah, all the accessories are amazing, but there is one more accessory, a very cool one. You get a little Meowie. Very cool that you get a Meowie. Now, you do get a Meowie with the Figma as well, but one thing about the Figma's Meowie is it's in a really weird pose. So this is another thing that I think the SHF just totally wins on, is the fact that you get a Meowie that's just chilling here, just like the Pochita from the Figma Denji, or if you got the SHF Denji as well. Yeah, you're going to be able to have a lot of fun having Pochita and Meowie here, even though, I mean, they never actually see each other or meet. But yeah, very cool that you get both Denji and Power's Pet right here. And just to show them, we'll put Denji back up here, put Pochita and Meowie right there. Oh, look at them. The whole family looking absolutely fantastic. Okay, I have a personal complaint. This is totally not like a deal breaker or anything, and it's totally just a me problem. But I am someone who is freaking obsessed with poses like this, where you have her, where you have the weapon like hung over the shoulder like this. Like, I don't know what it is about this pose that I just love so much, but I just use it all the fucking time. And with the power here, it'd be really cool if you could do it. Unfortunately, because of the way her hair is sculpted, and to be honest, I don't really have like a solution for this, but the way her hair is sculpted, it's pretty much impossible to make that work. It just kind of wants to fall down, but it would have looked so cool, man. Having that giant hammer over her back right there, that would have looked so freaking cool. But I just don't think there's any way to get this, because the hair is so big. There's no way to like get it like behind the hair here like that. Ooh, hang on. No, it's still kind of, oh, it's just too stiff. But you can have the hair like pulled out like that, and then it kind of works. But even then, yeah, it's just not really. Ooh, maybe this. This is probably the best you're gonna be able to get it, and it's still not great. There you go. Not absolutely atrocious. I mean, it works. It's not the worst thing ever, but it probably could have looked a little better. There might have been something they could do about the hair there, but yeah, you can still kind of get the pose there. It might look a little better with the smaller hammer. Now, the smaller hammer you can't really do it with, unfortunately, but yeah, as I showed, yeah, you can kind of still make it work, so not horrible, just a little bit tough. Again, though, that is a totally personal problem there. So I believe that is all the accessories. I do believe that is the truth and or the case. So without further ado, let's jump in to the final thoughts. So for the final thoughts on the SH Figuarts Power, SHF once again proves why they are the undisputed, uncontested current king of anime figures. This figure is amazing. It is absolutely glorious. I love it so much. I don't even have any of the problems that I honestly thought I was gonna have. I do still think that the faces look a lot better on the box than they do on the actual figure, but it's not a deal breaker, and honestly, the figure is amazing. I was worried about the plastic quality. In my opinion, not a problem at all. I was kind of worried about the size and the scale. Not a problem at all, I think she's gonna look absolutely amazing with my Denji on the shelf. Yeah, she's awesome. She's absolutely awesome, and I don't own the Figma, obviously, so don't take this with a grain of salt, but I don't see how the Figma could top this. I honestly don't. Like, maybe the scale would be better between them, but I don't know, man. This thing is really, really, really peak. The blood arsenal was amazing. The Meowie that they included is peak, and probably one of the biggest things that makes this win over the Figma is just the fact that this Meowie is so much more like versatile and usable than the Figma one that's stuck in one pose and is really only meant to be displayed in that one pose right there. So yeah, that's absolutely awesome, and I'm struggling to come up with anything bad to say about this figure. It is absolutely amazing, and for the price, it's completely unbeatable for sure. And I mean, you saw how it looked with like other leading ladies. It is incredible. It is such an amazing addition to any anime action figure collection. I can't recommend it enough. It is amazing. You guys definitely, I need to listen to you guys from now on because you know what you're talking about. I am giving the SH Figuarts Power a big ol' S+. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe give me a like and subscribe for some more anime action figure reviews in the future. And I did pre-order the Makima, as I said earlier, so we will be taking a look at her in the future, and she looks really, really impressive. So very, very excited about that. But with that being said, this is DK Guillotine, signing out.